do we win if I'm always winning?
Right.
I know all I do is win.
No matter what.
No matter what.
It's essential.
I win when we win.
Go ahead, Dr. Sabrina.
Yeah, right from the beginning, she had a vision. It was daily elevation for essential living. That's that good intention. All you gotta do is listen. Creating magic during uncertainties be the mission. Dr. Sabrina Jackson, serving God must be a passion. Cause being a better person begins with daily practice. Love is the attitude, that's what we gotta do. Mental Health Mondays on Fox News in Detroit, that's Channel 2. Look us up, baby. Gon' do your research from Cass Tech to Eastern. Yeah, we've been in it for a minute. We've been winning for a minute. It's essential. How you living? For God. It's essential. How you living? In your mind. It's essential. How you living? For freedom. It's essential. How you living? With Sabrina. It's essential. 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 It's essential.
Welcome to another riveting edition of Speaking Life with Dr. Sabrina. I'm your host, Dr. Sabrina Jackson, the people expert, as I help people with people, even if that person is themselves. Because I say all the time, you think it's somebody else that needs help, and it's really you standing in the need of some help. And so I do that in a myriad of ways. I am a clinical therapist. I am a life coach, a business coach, a speaker's coach. I created a model called Essential Colors to help you understand how you're wired and then how to deal with people who are wired differently. I have a nonprofit called Sabrina's Girls. What else I do? I have books, and I have a fragrance. Oh my God, so much stuff going on. And of course, we have this podcast that we do every Monday because I believe what the word says, that life and death lie in the power of your own tongue. So what are you saying to yourself about yourself? What are you saying to yourself about your life? And so we have an opportunity every week to talk to people who are doing incredible things in the world. I happen to be blessed to know incredible people. Ooh, and today we're going to have fire. It's going to be fire up in the house today. But, every week I kind of recap what I've been doing. And so Chantel helps me with that. So what are we talking about first? Look, I'll be waiting for the flyer to know. Oh, okay. So I did an event a couple of weeks ago called the Thrive Summit. And so it was a 2-day event, the 14th and 15th of November. And if you go to the website, it is still live. And I'm going to be putting out my portion. We're editing it down. But I talked about the essentials of self-care. And if you go to the link, you will also be able to download right now, just until the end of December, a free ebook about the essentials of self-care. And so it's some assessments there. It's all kind of stuff there. So it's an actual book, but you can download it free. And so we had an amazing time because I truly believe that it's one thing to be a survivor. It's something totally different to be a thriver. So this event gave you those tips, tools, and strategies. And then what's next? What's next? Oh, yeah, this past Saturday. Oh, my God. This past Saturday, I launched my own fragrance, and the fragrance is called Breezy. Let me thank every single person that came because we sold out. We sold out. What? We sold out. But that is the bottle. I have two. I have a darker bottle, then I have a lighter bottle. But it is absolutely an amazing scent. And let me shout out to my partner and the chemist, Mr. Miles Dixon. Miles does everything. He makes fragrances. He makes beats. He's a graphic artist. He owns podcasts. He do everything. So, and then we also had books on sale. My planner, the planner's not ready. It's the journal The journal is the Dr. Sabrina's Daily Elevations 30-Day Journal to Self-Awareness. We had tons of those. I had the Essential Vision Atlas. We sold out of those, so I have to get more. And then we also had the He's Not a Statistic book, 12 Laws for Raising Black Males. And then what's so crazy, I did all of that on Saturday. Sunday, I went to Baron Harris's opening for his new shoe store, Mr. B's Shoes for Her on Livernois, right next to Times Square's Men's. Go check them out. But while I was there, someone came in and says, we want some books. And they bought 10 books right there. It was crazy. So thank you so much for supporting what I do. And then next is the 27th, which is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving. I will be from 7:30 to 10, which means I'm going to miss my family event. My family is having an event. I'm going to miss it because I'll be there. 7:30 to 10, I'll be at Heart to Heart Relationship Talk Show. It's going to be held at Cola Lounge and Restaurant, which is 32523 Northwestern Highway. They have raffles, they're giving away vacations, but we do real talk about relationships and people get to ask questions. I'll be a part of the panel that night. We're going to have a good time. And then Saturday, right after Black Friday, we will have Inspire and Indulge event, which was rescheduled from what date was that supposed to be? I think the 15th. I think it was supposed to be the 15th. And we had to reschedule it because your girl had COVID. And so I couldn't go out. So we rescheduled. We're going to be at Accessories by Stephanie, which is inside Henry Ford Hospital in West Bloomfield. If you haven't been to that hospital, you don't even think you're going into a hospital. It's stores, it's places to eat, it's amazing. So we're going to be there. I'm going to be offering some motivational things, especially for those of us who are struggling with the holidays because of loss. This may be the first holiday or Christmas without that loved one. We're going to give opportunity to come out and not isolate yourself. So we're going to inspire. And then the indulge part, you get to do some shopping. Accessories by Stephanie is absolutely amazing. She's a jewelry maker herself. She's been in that space for over 20 years. Amazing. I buy lots of things from her. In fact, I think these earrings come from her. She makes me stuff all the time. It's amazing. And then on December the 10th, and actually the event started today. This is a United Nations event, and it is the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. I am a peace ambassador to the UN, and so I'm a part of the women's division. And so every year we do this to bring attention to all of the violence that happens around the world against women and young girls. And so I am speaking on the 10th, Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Sabrina. That's what they call me when I'm in that group. I'm Her Excellency. It's so exciting. And then lastly, I think this is last, December the 14th, I'm speaking for the women of the fire department. So the women firefighters are having an event, and I am their keynote speaker, and it's called Step Up to the Plate, Break, Heal, Empower. So what we're going to do is we're going to take plates. You're going to write the stuff you don't want to take over into the new year, and we're going to break them. We're going to break them. We're going to break them. So it's going to be a great time. December the 14th from 4 to 8. The ticket on that is $25. People are already getting tickets. And so that's what I got going on. But oh my goodness, what I got really going on is December the 21st. December the 21st is the night of all nights, the party of all parties. And I have my brothers in the building with me to talk about Gifted. And so not only are we going to talk about Gifted, we're going to talk about some of the new things that's going on at Beautiful Machine Magazine. So I have the owner, the proprietor, the editor, the man with the plan, the greatest party giver that I know. Oh my God, he gives amazing parties. Demetrius Carrington is in the building. What up, though?
How are you, Dr. Sabrina? Thank you for having me.
Why is he sounding all boring and, hello, Dr. Sabrina, thank you for having me. And then Corey Knight is his sidekick. What up, though, Corey Knight?
What's going on? We like Batman and Robin.
I see. Oh, my God.
I bring the party. You know, I bring the party out of this guy. You know, he try to act all
but
cool.
he's not that.
Yeah, I know.
He's just, I talk to Demetrius all the time, and he's never, okay, Dr. Sabrina.
We gonna loosen him up.
Thank you for having me.
Get one of those edibles in here. Let's get the party going.
Let's get the party going. So let's start. Let me start with, I know we're going to talk about Gifted and the amazing parties that you have, but let's start with what brought on Beautiful Machine magazine, and where did that title come from?
Well, we did a magazine many years ago called Metropolitan Exposure. It was me, Marvin Glenn, and Chuck Bennett, and it lasted a couple of years. I ended up selling my interest in it pretty early on, and I knew I wanted to do a magazine. I would hang out with my techno DJ friends, and they would bring back these cool magazines from overseas. And I knew that something like that needed to happen. And then I was really frustrated because all of the magazines in the city, and it's like this across the country, they only showed the most elite black people. And that was in the back of the magazine at the Cancer Institute fundraiser or whatever. They never talked about the regular black person that was doing amazing things. Mm-hmm. And then you had businesses, let's say like a business that grows $300,000 a year. That's enough to take care of someone where they can, provide for their family without working another job. But to advertise in those particular magazines will cost you $4,000 or $5,000 and up. So even at 300,000 gross, you couldn't afford to expose and grow your business through those channels. So my thought was, from a business point of view, was to create something that was beautiful in first rate, but it gave access to everyone, not just the most elite blacks or the most elite people. So we created Beautiful Machine to have a place where anybody that's doing anything interesting is welcome.
Wow. I love that. And where did the title come from? Beautiful Machine.
It was a gift from God. I don't have an answer for that. I really don't. I don't have an answer for that.
It just popped out. It popped in your head. You said, let's go with it.
Well, originally we had a nightclub, and it was a techno club, and we were going to call the club Beautiful Machine. Mm-hmm. And we were going to name the magazine 10 Critics. But we switched it and named the club 10 Critics and named the magazine Beautiful Machine.
Wow. Do I like 10 Critics? I don't know if I like 10 critics.
This is the thing, Doc. Everything is what you make it.
This is true.
So I could call it 10 critics or 2 critics or whatever it is. And if I create something interesting for you, you'd love it. What does Google mean? What does Yahoo?
Amazon.
Right. What does Amazon mean? You know what I mean? It's really about the machine that pushes whatever the initiative is. So, and I'll tell you the truth, how the name came about. I have a friend in Los Angeles that has a business called Wonderful Machine. Mm-hmm. And I flipped it and said, Beautiful Machine.
Beautiful Machine.
And it just kind of came out because I was in Los Angeles one day, and we had talked, and I was talking to this really attractive girl.
Oh, there we go.
And I just was in conversation.
I just want you to know that your whole energy shifted. I just want you to know.
And I just was
the energy has shifted.
I was talking to her, and I just said, "You're a beautiful machine," and she was like, "Wow!" And that's it. That was it.
I like it.
There it is. Player at the finals.
And so, how long has the magazine been out?
We're in our 5th year.
5th year.
Yeah.
Wow. Corey, how long have you been with the magazine?
About 4 years. So I didn't come in at the inception, but I came in shortly after the inception. Demetrius, I met this guy. We used to work together at the law firm.
Okay.
And, he's very charismatic.
Of course.
Brother, you're always welcoming people to him. And we just kind of hit it off from there. And, from there, I kind of explained to him that I used to do a little bit of promotion back in my day with the party scene and things. So, he was like, hey, man, I got this magazine. I need some help, promoting parties and, just getting your insight. So I just kind of, help out where I can. This guy's the genius, though.
He is. He's a genius. Because
yes,
even when I came along to be a part of the magazine, I just remembered the conversation about, he says, well, Doc, you can have your own column. And then we didn't want to do a traditional column where people wrote in and just got their answers. We made it very engaging. We have video. Yeah. I videotape my answer, which I love because I don't have to write it. Thank you. Yeah. And then I love that people get to vote on what they think. And it's amazing how many people vote on what they think that person should do. And then the person who is really sitting there looking will text me and write me and say, wow, I didn't even think about it that way. And so it's cool, but we're going to be doing something different. I don't know what yet. Maybe you all could help us. I was thinking about maybe we could do a poll of what we think the next iteration of a Dr. Sabrina connection with the magazine should be. Because we've been doing it a minute. We've been doing it for a minute.
Yeah, your segment is really popular. A lot of people love the Dr. Sabrina segment. You have some hot topics, and they
real life stuff. People write in about
a nice range. So,
sometimes it's about relationships. Sometimes it's about parenting. Sometimes it's about people I work with. Just whatever has to do with people. We want to have it there. What made you all start doing these parties?
Well, the parties are. Hold on one second. I lost my live connection. The parties are a extension of what I've been doing since I was 15 years old.
Okay.
In high school back in the day, it was the thing to do was to have parties, like the little preppy kids. That's what we did, and so. It was the way for me to reach people because that's how I know how to reach people through social things. My whole life is concerts or parties or things like that. So, this is 1 second, Doc. I'm trying to go live here, and this is just not working out. I did something really stupid.
Here she comes.
Okay. So
you back?
No.
Okay.
I'm not back.
She coming.
Okay.
That's what she do.
Okay.
Don't you love it when you have... Thank you. Shout out to Chantel. Yeah. Chantel is the world's greatest engineer.
We went live on my personal page, which I have like 200 followers. It should be on the Beautiful Machine page.
Beautiful Machine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So
the parties were just a natural progression of what I had been doing my whole life. And we knew that if we could touch people through parties, we could get them interested in reading the magazine. So that's how we did that. And the parties, the idea was not to throw parties for fun, but for a reason, and to kind of elevate the experience the best way that we could. So that's how the party stuff came about. And, our motto is they're not our patrons, they're our guests. So if we do 3 or 4 things, we don't charge an admission to get in for several reasons. Number one, when people pay, they have rights that they don't have when they don't pay.
Uh-oh.
So you know, our dress code, we adhere to that very strictly. We have a policy of how people treat each other. Like, you can't, you know, beautiful machine parties are safe spaces for women. You know, you go to parties, and if you're an attractive girl, I've seen guys grab your arm and, you know, pull you, and it might even, you know, do worse or whatever. We don't allow that. You know, if someone comes up to us and says, this guy just did whatever, and if it's out of line, he's gone. And it's the same thing with women. Like, you know, we like tasteful, well-behaved environments. So, you know, that's what it is.
And it feels upscale.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel riff-raffish.
Well, it starts with our friends. So, you know, we invite our friends, and then it goes from the people that support the magazine. And then it's new people always that are interested in being a part of what we're doing. So, and I believe that most of the people that come to the party are looking for something that's different than you get normally. So you may see a woman that comes to beautiful machine parties that you don't see other places. And conversely for the gentleman. You know, we get calls from people all year round saying, are y'all going to do something, when, or whatever. You know, but the goal is the magazine. It's not the party. The parties are marketing tools for the magazine.
I love it.
But they've become this big...
It's become a big thing.
It's a big thing.
It's a thing all on its own. I've had people that know I do stuff for the magazine. They'll go, can you get me an invitation? And can you get me on the list? And I'll be like, you got to go and register like regular people. I mean, you know, of course I have my table, and that's my people. So I'm not getting ready to give you my people's spot.
And we've recently decided that we're going to do a little purge. It's getting a little too big.
It's gotten okay. I'm gonna say this. What was it? When did we do the Godfrey?
It was last year. December 21st.
Last year's.
Okay, so
party.
Last year's party. Did I even see you, Corey?
I did see you.
You did see me?
Yes. Uh-huh.
I didn't see you, Doc.
I saw you because I came in that back room. I just kind of walked through the room.
VIP.
I came in the VIP, and I had a table. I never found my table. I never found the table. It was so many people, and it was so. I don't like the feeling of excuse me. I personally don't like that. So when I finally got through, said my hellos, I went right on back and went home.
Oh wow!
Because it was overwhelming for me.
Yeah, we sold out the Godfrey. We crashed it out.
No, it was people that couldn't get in. It was so, and the only reason I got in is because I worked for. So they was like, no, that's Dr. Sabrina, bring her on, because it was people in line, and I'm sure they were looking at me. Why she get to go in?
Yeah, we were told they were having a party in the lobby. That's how crazy it was. It was like, you know, people that couldn't get in, they were like, we just gonna stay in the lobby and do our thing.
So let me ask you, do you have a favorite party that you've done since you've been doing which one? I think... I bet you it's my favorite too.
The one I enjoy the most, well, I have a couple.
Okay.
There's three. I like the one that we did at my guy's house in Grosse Pointe.
Okay, I didn't come to that one, though.
That was a nice party.
I was out of town.
I like the party that we did over on the Grand Boulevard at the Jam Handy.
Oh, I was there. Okay. I remember that one.
And I like the...
Still didn't say my favorite, but go ahead.
I like the first party we did at a loft. Do you remember, remember that one?
Yeah, the loft party.
Yeah, the loft party. That was the funnest party. I mean...
You have not named my... Okay, so what's your favorite, Corey? Your top three.
My favorite was the summer party we just did at the Barry Gordy Mansion.
That's one of my tops.
That one was really nice with the fashion show. I would say the Godfrey, even though it was
bananas.
Crazy, but it was like, that was our... put us on the map party, so have to put the Godfrey on there. And
you ain't say my favorite either yet.
I beg your pardon. We was on the map before the Godfrey, bro.
Well, I'm saying that one was the blow up. That was the blow up.
That was the blow up.
And I would say probably number 3, I would put, you said your favorite.
I can't believe it. No one has said my favorite.
What was your favorite?
No, I'm gonna wait till he finishes. Then I'm gonna tell you my favorite.
I know it. Was it the Renaissance Center?
No.
Yeah, that's probably number 3 for me.
The Renaissance.
Highland.
Okay, I remember that. No, my favorite was at the Players Club.
Oh, that was Corey wasn't at that one yet.
Oh my God, the Players Club.
Well, I was supposed to be there, but I had to go out of town, so I missed it.
Let me tell you
He was
something.
like, "How you gonna miss the party? How you gonna go out of town on that party?"
It was. First of all, I had been riding past the Players Club forever, and had never been in it.
Right.
So to go into it was a big deal for me.
Okay.
And then secondly, once I got in, I was like, "Oh my God, I had no idea all this was in there."
Yeah.
The fact that they had a stage and a theater area. Then you could go up the stairs and you have a whole nother vibe up there. I loved it.
You know, the reason I didn't enjoy that party as much is because it was so much going on.
It was. I loved it.
And we were really unorganized.
I couldn't tell.
And I was running around like a chicken
with your hair cut off.
So
I didn't. I had a ball.
I had friends from out of town.
I was partying, baby. And I had on my little black sequence jumper. So I had on shorts.
Really?
Yep. And my mink. When I tell you I had a ball.
That was our first, in my opinion, big party.
It was amazing. And I kept saying, why we can't go there again?
They told me I could never come back.
You could never come
Got
back.
kicked out.
Yeah, they were like, it was too many. It was too many people. So yeah, they kind of they don't.
So I did. So that was my top. Jim Dandy was good. I like that one. The Godfrey was overwhelming for me. But you know, the other one that I liked and I had a good time at was the Goat Party.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh, in the Greektown.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, that party was weird for me because
I know why it was weird for you.
Well,
but
it was weird because I was sick. I had to have surgery,
right?
And I couldn't remember. Like my memory was affected, and our host didn't show up on time.
That's the part I knew about was the host thing because he was hot about it.
And I had surgery maybe 3 days later.
Right, I remember.
And I'm just like trying to wing it, and it just was crazy. But I kind of remember that party being cool.
We had a ball. We was dance. I was like for me, when I like dance and just enjoy myself, that's what makes a party for me. And I was dancing. You know, I had a good time. You know,
I tell you, I've made a decision to enjoy these parties. Because
I need you to.
Normally,
because you're working and you're in such a mode of we need to make sure we have this, so we need to. Oh, you dog. I mean, barely. Yeah. This is your table.
Yeah, he goes crazy.
That's your table right there.
Party day.
Sit right there.
The party day, this guy is going crazy. He's watching everybody's outfits.
Yes.
He's trying to kick people out. He's trying to do all this type. And I'm like, D, just chill out. It's like the party's here now, man. You know, you gotta
just party.
You know, have a good time. And he's over there like, man, who is that? Go get him. Get him out of here. He's wearing gym shoes. And
See,
like,
oh my God, yes.
Like,
so
you have to control everything because just a little thing can destroy a big thing.
That's true.
So in the beginning, it was important for me to be that way, you know, to just so everyone could understand our goal and our mission. So yes, the first 20 parties, I didn't have any fun. I'm sitting there like the fashion police. And I still have a problem when we look at the pictures and I'm like, who let them in with this song?
How did they even get in here?
And so that really bothers me because like the pictures, again, for me, it's a different mission. It's a business mission for me.
Right.
And it's also, the mission is for everyone to have fun. So we're going to be real hardcore on this dress code thing. You know, like it's black tie. I mean, typically what I would like to see is a tux. I know everyone doesn't have a tux.
But people can rent tux.
Well, if you don't rent a tux, wear a suit.
But a nice suit.
Yeah.
not a crinkly suit. Ooh, did I say that? Could you? I have a thing about wrinkles.
Me too.
I just have a thing about wrinkles.
And see, if you may, I'd like to speak to the brothers for a second.
Talk to the brothers.
Because what happens that I see that really bothers me, you see this all the time. You see a woman that has put in effort. She looks great. She smells great. She's
like
sexy.
Me. She might have on breezy.
Yeah. She looks amazing. And then her date has on Jordans and baggy sweatpants. And he clearly has put in no effort. And see, that won't be allowed at a beautiful machine party. It's just not. These women, I get pictures all the time. Women sending me stuff. This is what I'm wearing. What do you think? Women I don't even know. And these women really, really, really put effort in.
I'll be blinged up. I'm gonna be sparkly. I just haven't decided if I'm gonna wear red because it's Christmas. If I'm gonna wear green because it's Christmas.
I think you should do something like every hour just change, like Diana Ross.
There you go.
Oh my.
That's it.
Hey.
Diva style.
Diva.
We had a woman do that at the Very Gordy party.
I did see somebody do that.
Every time I turn around, I'm like, "Who is that? That's what's her age?"
She got something different. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
And she's going to be doing black tie, red carpet interviews for the party. So you want to get there early. And this is another thing I need everyone to understand. I don't care if it's my sister, whatever. When the fire marshal says that's it, I have no pull
to bring you in.
Come to the door and bring you in.
Right.
If you bought a table and the fire marshal says you can't get in, I have no pull.
And you can't get your money back.
No, the money is for charity.
You weren't there on time to get into your table. You can't get your money back. Yeah, and don't go on social media complaining and talking and dogging, because that's what we do. We throw a rock and then we hide our hand. Stop all that.
Yeah, we don't play that. We'll come look for you.
Yeah, we definitely are not one of them parties where you show up late. This is we have an early arriving crowd. Yes. You got to get there early. Make sure you get in, because the party gets crazy, it gets busy, a lot of people there, and then they tell us shut it down, and then people are blowing up our phones.
Get me in the party. When we were at the Vinyl, I was sitting at my table that I had been assigned, because Demetrius assigns me a table. So I'm sitting at my table, and I see my son and his then fiance right outside, and they can't get in because it was, and I was like, I went to the door and did like this. I can't help you. I can't come out and get you. I can't do nothing. So what we did do is afterwards, we met someplace on rooftop, someplace down there, and just had drinks, because they were newly engaged.
Yeah,
but now they're married.
So, I mean, just going back to kind of what Demetrius was saying about the dress code and everything, that's the one thing about our events. We call them parties, but I like to really refer to them as events.
Yeah.
Most people that we bring to our events like the fact that they're not partiers, right? We have a certain crowd. We're, in the what is my man Dion Cole say? Vintage. The vintage crowd, which is
vintage.
High class.
I think the high class
vintage,
high class.
type
I don't
crowd.
think it's just not vintage. Because to me, most of the people are like young.
No, we have a good mixture.
Yeah.
But he broke it down like vintage doesn't mean.
I know.
I saw the
interview
like high class and all
when
that.
Stephanie Mills came and kissed him and rubbed them all on his face.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, these events that we put on, people appreciate it. I've had several people come up to me in the event and say, I'm glad you guys are bringing the dressing back.
Yes.
Because a lot of these places now allow people to just come as they are. And you guys have kind of brought back, that old style where everybody has to, really dress up and, dress to the nines. So they are, loving that. We have a couple taglines. You talked about the list. One of our taglines is, "Are you on the list?"
I love it. I was just going to ask you, what's the tagline for the party? And is, "Are you on the list?"
Are you on the list?
And then
we use
where
that.
do you? I love the other thing that I love is that the parties generally have a one name.
Yes, yeah. Demetrius is great for coming up with the concepts.
The
and the
one
names.
name, because I liked when we did Clout.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't take all of the praise for that. A lot of that stuff comes from the Antasia King.
Antasia.
Right. Oh yeah, she's the backbone.
Yeah, Antasia is like the mean ass aunt, of the whole operation.
She's never mean to me. I love you, Miss
They
King.
just come in and just destroy everything. But no, she's very important, and a lot of the stuff she comes up with, I can't. It's kind of like this. The lead singer is not always the most important person in the band. They're just the person that you see. So
like Teddy P.
Corey, Antasia, Dave, been my right-hand man for 30 years. Shed has been our corporate partner for 5 years. A lot of things that we've done, we probably could not have done without everybody being involved. Mm-hmm. And it's always a situation where, I get outrageous and they pull me back. And me and Corey has this thing once we say what we want, right? And then when it becomes what it's going to be, me and Corey has this saying, they will never know what it could have been.
What it could have been, because it could have been so much more.
Oh, trust me, these parties, like what you guys see versus what we have imagined.
What y'all got in y'all head.
Like the concepts that we come up with before the party even go. I mean, the party's already crazy, but you can imagine what we've been, like in our heads we talk about. And we always we arguing and we going back and forth. And then, we have to stop and be like, you know what? At the end of the day, they're not even gonna know what we were fussing. Everybody's gonna have a good time. They don't even know what we were trying to pull off.
It's really amazing.
It was one part. This guy was trying to pull off like a private jet. He was like, "Yo, we need to get a private jet and fly in and have the cameras, record us, and we're gonna record ourselves and get a bunch of Rolls Royces and drive up to the park." I mean, that's the time. but that's how crazy
but
the
that's
concepts
what makes
go.
it so that what was the car that we had at the Jim Dandy? Was it Bentley?
Oh yeah, it was a Bentley.
It was a Bentley inside the place, so you could come and take pictures with the car. Same thing when we were at the Berry Gordy Mansion. We had a car there. And so those things takes it to just another level of elegance, that when you're walking in, you see something that you may not normally see, and then you can take a picture by it, things of that nature. So, but my favorite was when you had the lady on the table.
With the sushi?
With the sushi
all over her body?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a little sexy.
That was a little sexy.
A little sexy.
A little sexy.
We like to bring the sexy every now and then.
I like the sexy.
Yeah.
I do a little, every now and again.
Every now and then.
Do a little sexy.
Nothing wrong with getting a little sexy.
A little sexy. It's a little sexy. But it's a good time. And again, say it again, it's for a good cause.
It's for a good cause. We partner with charities like yours, like Filthy Cares. Filthy is a Grammy-nominated producer here in the city who... I think the story went, he woke up one Christmas morning and didn't have any toys. And he felt horrible. And as he grew and he was able to afford things, he said that he wanted to alleviate that feeling from as many children as he could. So he started a charity called Filthy Cares. And we just ask that the people that come to the parties bring an unwrapped toy that we donate to Filthy Cares. And they coordinate a distribution on December 25th. And last year there was about 5,000 toys that they gave out, and the media comes out, and it just it's
warms
just
your heart.
Yes,
And let me say this: what is important for for those who are watching and want to know how they can participate, even if you don't come to the party, you still can participate and assist, because a lot of times people are feeling down, they're feeling sad because they may be grieving a loss. But when you start giving, it helps to ignite a feeling of joy within you when you give. And so this is an opportunity to not be isolated, to not be stuck in your thing, but when you're giving to someone else, to make sure someone else feels good, it helps to make you feel good. It's a mental health benefit.
Absolutely.
It just is.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to get out last year with them, but I saw the tapes, and some of those kids looked a little rough, and it brought a smile on their face. And this year, the Williams Foundation, headed by Larry Williams, they're going to provide 500 meals to these people as well. And that's going to be something that is going to be very special. And I have to thank our other sponsor, which is the House of Contour Med Spa. They've come in and they're providing all kind of resources for the community as well, along with Maker's Mart. And it's a purpose to it. So not only are you going to have a good time and be around beautiful people, you get to participate in making life a little bit better for those that may not have as much as we have.
That's another tagline, by the way. Beautiful people doing beautiful things.
Yes.
Beautiful people doing beautiful things.
Absolutely.
And are you on the list?
Yeah. The list.
Are you on the list?
The list is Doc, this list about to get tighter. We had... We'll talk about that next year.
We got to get tighter.
It's going to get tighter. Next year, we might have gifted in a place that holds 90 people. I mean, it's just too much. It's getting
90 people. He sounds ridiculous.
He's playing.
He's playing because wait a minute, 90 people would just be us.
Right, he's playing.
Us with our little guests.
Exactly.
And that'd be it. Nobody else will be able to come. It'll be a magazine party for the magazine staff and guests. That'll be it.
He's trying to use shock value for people. That's
90 people.
Honestly, I'm joking, but these parties, they take a lot of energy.
Yes, they do. They take a lot of energy. They take a lot of time. And when people come out, it's energy. It's energy. And so people get a little agitated if they're waiting in line. So I hear this term all the time and people don't like it, but pack your patience.
Marielle Lou, how are you?
Hey, Marielle.
That's one of our favorite people of all times. We love Marielle.
Her dad is in town.
Hey, Marielle, tell your dad we said hi. Dr. Sabrina said your dad's in town.
Yeah.
She's telling all your business.
I'm telling all your business. No, it's been on TV.
Okay.
We talked about it on TV.
And just for the record, Marielle Lou's cover was the second most read edition of Beautiful Machine in our history.
Go ahead, Marielle.
It was
dope.
Yeah, Marielle is she's special to us.
Yes,
we love her.
Yes,
We got to make
sister.
Marielle. You got to commit right now to coming to the party. You have to.
You got to come.
Marielle, you're on fire, baby. You got to come to this party. We need to see you. The game needs you.
Yeah.
And what do y'all think? What do y'all think about the Lions?
Oh, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Lions, man. They got the city on the map right now.
The city's
on fire.
On fire.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
You remember the times when they would win and then you go, they ain't gonna win next time. We don't feel that way anymore.
No. Not at all.
It's like when you see them, you be like, okay. Like I didn't even realize they were playing Sunday. I thought they weren't playing Sunday because I knew they were going to be playing on Thursday, on Thanksgiving. So I had to rush out and find something blue to wear on TV today because we wear blue on that Monday after they win.
Oh,
Got you.
So I have all this blue.
Yeah,
now.
a lot of blue.
lot of blue. And so I know we have new stuff coming for the magazine.
Absolutely.
Talk about what's coming for the magazine.
We've redesigned the whole Beautiful Machine. It's a whole new look. We're just working out all of the back end stuff.
Okay.
So it's going to have a new look. And we also have this new magazine coming out that's just about food.
It's another magazine.
Yeah, we have a totally
about
new magazine
food?
called Sensational that's going to focus on food and hospitality.
Well, we need hospitality.
And just for the record, so people know, Beautiful Machine operates as almost like a franchise. So you have Beautiful Machine Detroit, Beautiful Machine Dallas is going to come online in the first quarter of next year. And we're finalizing some other deals. So Beautiful Machine we're scaling up. You know, we were in LA and Atlanta, but it just, the partners we had there, we just weren't on the same page, so we brung it down. And so we're going to launch again in those cities and just keep going. You know, I've always heard like 5 years. You know, people say 5 years a company does this and that. I've always rejected that because I believe that if you can make whatever happen as fast as you want, but in reality, the 5th year has been our shift.
Okay.
So maybe there's some science to that.
There is.
Yeah, because everything has changed, and now I feel comfortable in scaling up.
And it takes time. For each person, it's different. But I always say this about when you create a strategy. And what you're doing is creating a strategy. When you create a strategy, it requires for you to step back for a minute, to analyze everything, and then to create how you're going to move forward.
Exactly.
And so that's what you've done. Every time we've talked about it, you're talking about what things work, what things we want to do different, what things you send me to look at stuff so that I can get an idea, but you are always analyzing, then moving.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to do that. And that's smart. That's just smart. You are smart, Mr. Carrington.
You know, Dr. Sabrina.
Just say thank you.
Thank you.
Let me help him before he go all deep on me. Well, you know, this is what I say. No, just say thank you. Because I think sometimes we don't give people their flowers when they can really smell them, or to let people know what we appreciate about them and how we appreciate them. I appreciate you.
Thank you,
I feel that I'm a better me because I know you.
Thank you, Doctor.
I really do.
Man, I wish I felt that way.
Yeah, we do. We appreciate. You know, that's the one great quality about this guy. He brings everybody together. You know, he's really good at that. You know, he brings people together. He welcomes everybody. He's not really selfish, like you said. He's
very,
not
a hoarder.
Yeah, he's very low key with it. You know, he used to tell me, like, I like to be at the parties people don't even know who I am. Right. He's like, I like that era of mystique. Like, people don't even know that I'm that I run this thing. You know, I like to be very low key, and we always try to push him to the forefront. You know, kind of like Russell Simmons.
Yes.
You know, like, you got to try to get him to talk, and he's like, yeah, thank you, everybody. Good night. Yeah, that's, we like, D, get up, say something.
He's always, well, Doc, I need you to host. I need you to.
Yes. He likes
I need you to give out this. I need you to. You're going to be on the mic. You're going to. You need to. You're the person.
You know, this is the thing, Doc, and everything is from a business point of view for me. Now, being a guy, like most of the people that are associated with the magazine, outside of like Delford's married. Corey, are you single? I don't.
Very.
Okay. Corey's single. Dave is single, right? And what I believe is, as men, you have to be careful, because if you start dealing with a lot of women, and if it doesn't work out for whatever reason, then the story changes. It goes from being, oh, I love Beautiful Machine magazine, to Corey ain't nothing. He played me and F Beautiful Machine, and that stuff travels. So I try to keep my personal life and the business thing separated. I don't need you to love me. I need you to love Beautiful Machine. I'm not important. The way I'm doing this is when I'm gone, it can still go on. Mm-hmm. You don't know.
That's a true visionary, by the way.
I don't, because I've seen it happen so easy, and Detroit is so small. And like, if I'm not serious about a woman, you ain't seeing me with her. It's just what it is, So
I've never had a date at a party. I've never had a date at a party.
Oh, wow.
I've never had a date at a party. The only date I've had was my son.
Yep.
Well,
I brought my son once, and that was only once. He got a wife now. He bringing her. But
What up,
nobody.
Jay Lee?
I never bring a date
yeah,
because I am single,
yeah.
ready to mingle. Okay.
Well, for me, my personal life will be off the table until there's rings involved. So,
Rings.
yeah, you don't know what I'm gonna
One
be doing.
ringy dingy. You remember that?
No,
You don't remember one ringy dingy, two ringy dingy?
I've never heard the term
You
one ringy
ne-
ringy,
it's,
two dingy dingy.
Lily Tomlin.
Oh no, I don't.
Lily Tomlin used to have to put, you had the switchboard, and she would be
I
placing
remember
calls.
her. Yeah,
and when she would push the call, she instead of the phone ringing, you would hear her going, one ringy dingy.
What show was that? Carol Burnett?
No, before Carol Burnett. It was the one that what was it? Laugh In.
Oh no, I never watched Laughter.
Yep, it was Laugh In. She was on Laugh In.
Yeah, that was a big show.
That was a big show, but I'm old school, so I like old things.
Speaking of what's coming, you forgot about Slightly Inappropriate, brother.
Oh yeah,
We're definitely bringing
Slightly
Slightly
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate back.
yeah.
It's coming back.
The people have been clamoring for Slightly Inappropriate. If you want to get this guy talking,
Get him on there.
that's the spot.
That's the
He
spot.
starts talking. We can't shut him up.
Can't
at that
shut him
point.
up. All right.
Slightly Inappropriate.
I talk way too much as it is.
No, you really don't.
I do. Other people around me that care about me would beg to differ. But we are bringing the podcast back. We've been working on it. We've been just fine tuning it, and it will be the Beautiful Machine Slightly Inappropriate podcast with me and Corey and Sean. Man, what's her new last name?
That's right. She's married now.
Yeah, she's married. Oh man, it was Sean Binion, but now it's Sean. Sean Rieger or something.
She married. Hey.
Yeah.
A lot of our people are going to be very disappointed that Sean is married. By the way,
Yeah, Sean
She
got
like-
married, got a baby.
she
Oh,
makes
she got
us
a
she
baby.
makes us all look good on the show.
Yeah.
That's what Sean's there for.
And we're gonna do guest hosts from time to time, and we're gonna cover everything, and it'll be slightly inappropriate at times, but it'll be fun.
Well, Dr. Sabrina's been on the show.
Yeah, she's
She
been on
knows
the
what
show.
Slightly Inappropriate is all about. We've definitely put one of her segments on there.
Talking about the craziness.
Yeah, it's talking
Because
about the craziness.
people do have crazy life issues.
Absolutely.
Like this. Okay, so, this is a podcast, so I can ask whatever I want to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is a question that I have for men. It's nasty, so just get
Okay.
ready. It's
Slightly
nasty.
Inappropriate. Here we go.
Here we go. So, if a man likes to have anal play,
Oh wow.
does that mean that he's gay?
Well, let me say
I love
this. This is the thing. Okay, I'm going to repeat this so my people will know, because I don't know if they can hear you.
Okay.
Dr. Sabrina says, if a man likes anal play, does that mean that he's gay? Now, this is my answer.
Okay.
He's only gay if another man is doing the anal play with him. Now, if his girl is doing the anal play, in my book of rules, it's gay-ish, but it's not gay. I'm not.
I don't even think it's gay-ish.
Well, that's just
what you think, Corey? This is a preview of Slightly
Yeah, this is
Inappropriate.
basically where we go down.
This
Slightly
is where you go
Inappropriate.
down, right
We go
down
down
the
the
street.
rabbit hole right here. So, yeah, in my opinion, it's a slippery slope. But in this new age that we're in, back in the day, for sure, it was considered like, yeah, that's gay.
But
We're in a new era right now,
not
and
a
so
new
we
era.
have. I was telling him on our way up here, I was watching a show with Trick Daddy on it,
okay.
and so Trick Daddy likes to consider himself the leader of the Eat Your Booty gang,
Oh, my God.
and not only is he it says he's the leader of this gang, but he
Okay.
also says he likes to partake in it. So Trick Daddy, as we know, is very masculine, but he's very out and open. He says, he's not the only one doing it though. He wants to receive as well.
Okay.
And I'm, going from a person like that, again, people are more open now than have they ever been.
I think they're just talking about it more. I think they've been doing it forever.
Yeah, so I feel like nowadays it's not considered because, like he said, if as long as it's a lady and it's nothing crazy.
I always say,
I feel like as long as you're not getting like toys and dildo, all that type of stuff, that kind of borderline. But if it's just a little kissing, a little tongue, a little this, then I feel like you're okay.
So I believe that it's not the act that makes you gay, it's who you do the act with that makes you gay.
Okay, now, let me ask you this, Dr. Sabrina. Okay, so let's say if you're engaging in sexual activity with a woman, it's not gay. It's you and your girl or whatever. Now, let's say you happen to be a guy that enjoys this anal play. Now, let's say she was to insert an object shaped like a male genitalia in your anus. That constitutes gay behavior to me.
Okay.
Am I wrong? Because you can't. Okay, it's one thing for a woman to do something. But if she takes something that's shaped like a male penis and puts it in a guy's rectum, that's gay sex.
Okay, so let me say this. The thing that makes anal activity for a man is because this is just the physiology of a person. There is a spot that you can only get to from there that will give a man the greatest orgasm.
Yeah, I heard that
he has ever had. And if you do whatever you do with a woman and not a man, that doesn't make you gay.
But hold on a second.
One, because you're not attracted to a man. You don't want a man. Everything that you're doing with your woman.
Okay, here's my thing. Can I turn it around on the ladies for a second?
Okay.
Because
no way.
Here's my thing. I
wouldn't want to put nothing in you. That's what I would.
Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Let's turn around the ladies because we can say that, it's not gay or whatever, but as a woman, right, if your man asks for something like that and you're putting something, he wants you to put something in it, don't you kind of look a little sideways and be like,
what is this guy doing?
Yeah, like, wait a minute. If I'm putting something like you, that means you might go somewhere else and have somebody put something in there. That's what I'm saying.
But this is the thing about that is that's an assumption, and I'm
asking the ladies, do you feel? Would you look at the guy sideways if he asked for that?
It depends on our relationship. It depends on how long we've been together, and I think that your mate, the person that you're doing that with, and that's your life partner, should be your best friend.
Doc,
and if we're talking about it and both of us decide that that's what we want to try, that's between us.
Okay, Doc. Let me just ask one last question about this.
Come on. Slightly inappropriate.
Your girl. Okay. You're a guy that likes a little anal play.
Okay.
Your girl. We'll say she uses her finger.
Okay.
I don't think that's gay at all.
It's not.
Now, again, she pulls out something that's shaped like a male penis.
But it doesn't have to be shaped like a male penis.
Well, hold on a second. I'm just saying. And I want you to correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Because it's one thing for your girl to do a finger deal. Okay? Now, if she pulls out an 8-incher that's shaped like a male penis and you get a lot of pleasure out of that, you don't think you've crossed over into a little different water?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't personally. I don't.
Ain't no way.
And that's a man. I know men that just the fact that we having this conversation, some men are upset right now. Like, how dare you? How dare you talk about that? Oh my God! No one. I don't even want to go and have a examination for my prostate.
Yeah.
They don't want to get it done.
No.
However, it's a part of physiology.
I just think when you start getting the shape of a male penis in your tail,
He's stuck with the shape. But you know they do have other toys that's not shaped like that, but they're for that area.
Well, let me say this.
Like
if you
plugs.
like that's your business with you and your girl.
Yeah.
And if you get a toy that's not shaped like a penis, then okay, you just a super freak. But when you get something that's shaped like that male penis, you are
there we go. He's stuck. He's stuck right there. He's stuck right there.
You are simulating.
The shape makes the difference.
Yes.
The shape makes the difference. Well, I just wanted people to understand that when you go over to the Slightly Inappropriate podcast, these are some of the conversations that you just may go and have. And your girl gonna come by and stop by over there, just like they and stop by over here. So that's what we do. We support each other in what we do. I feel supported by Beautiful Machine Magazine. When I'm doing something, they post it. They support what I do. He's already asking about the perfume because I need to have a thing in the magazine, an ad about it.
Do you have samples?
I do.
Like those little kind that they give you at the mall?
Yes.
Why don't we put one of those in a gift bag for the people?
The bottle looks amazing, by the way.
The bottle looks great.
That's a great bottle.
That's the bottle. Yeah. They can't get the bottle.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
But I do have little samples, and I have lotions too.
Oh, wow.
So I have lotion, and I do have the fragrance. And how many bags? We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yes! I am so excited.
And let me just say one last thing. Anybody watching, if you have not got your invitation and you would like to be on the list, DM us. But understand this. If you're not subscribed to the magazine, which is free, you're not following the socials, which is free, we're not considering you for the list. Also, understand that when you are on our list, we expect for you to dress accordingly and just have a good time and just understand the mission. You know, the cocktails are going to be provided by Maker's Mark. You don't even need money in our parties.
You don't need money.
You don't even need money. You know, everything is on the house. And the last I checked, we had one table left. And that a portion of that money goes to charity. So if you want a table, $500. You want a table at this party because you're going to be standing up. And it's not going to be pretty.
It's not going to be fun.
And one last thing. I have to say this, and I don't want to be rude, but we've noticed that last year there was at least 7 people that were in their 70s at this party. We're just not set up to accommodate you. We're just not. We don't have a place for you to sit. We don't have a defibrillator on deck.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be the voice of reason because thank you. But let me say this. There is a campaign that was done by AARP called Disrupt Aging, and it's to change the viewpoint that people have about aging. I know I know a guy, he's 84 years old.
Okay.
He can kick his leg up here. He's standing. He teaches kickboxing. He has a woman that's 40 years younger than him, and he's still getting it in, as you know what I'm saying. So let's not say, because I know people that's 70 that can outstand people who's 40.
We have people like, I don't know. He likes to make these blanket statements, like shock value type statements.
I don't.
He doesn't. We have a couple that comes to all of our parties,
every party,
and they're the only ones. They dance
the whole night.
That's Rosebud Dance and Carlos. Those are my
they're
people.
well over 70.
I know, but they well over 70.
But they're the exception and not the rule.
But there are other people who are the exception too. So you don't want to alienate them.
Okay. Well, let me just say this. I don't know how they're getting on the list. I don't.
Because they know people.
Okay. Well, this is the thing. Again, they
may support the magazine.
Okay. Well,
they may read Dr. Sabrina's column.
Amen.
Well, okay. Well, this is let me rephrase the statement. Everyone's welcome and beautiful.
Beautiful people doing beautiful things.
Beautiful people doing beautiful things, no matter how old you are.
Beautiful person, you want to do some beautiful things.
And then I'm going to end with this.
Event.
I'm going to end with this. The most productive time in a human's life is between 60 and 70.
Really?
Yes, that's a study that's been done. That's facts. The second most productive time in a human's life is between 70 and 80. And the third is between 50 and 60. Yeah. So it's people who are 80 that's jumping out of planes. It's people that's 80 that's living their best life. I have a guy that was at one of my trainings not long ago, and he says he had been married for 50 years. His wife died.
Wow.
And now he's 80-something, and he's got a new bride. And he says, just listening to me helped him make sure that he's not going to be a husband, but a great husband.
Oh, wow. Amen. Okay.
So we just got to keep our people living longer because they're eating better. Plant-based stuff. I say this. I look better at 58 than I did at 48.
Okay.
And it's my plan to look better at 68 than I do today. That's my plan. I want to thank Demetrius and Corey for hanging out. And we want to invite you to join us for Gifted.
Gifted, December the 21st.
21st.
Gifted.
You got to get on the list. So
Gotta
DM.
get on the list.
Are you on the list?
Are you on the list? Beautiful people.
DM me. I'm feeling real friendly today.
He's been around me. I have that effect on him. I do. You have to keep them together. He'll call me like, am I wrong, doc? Yes.
Dr. Sabrina's definitely the therapist.
I am the
He calls me,
therapist.
he's like, I'm going to call Dr. Sabrina. Ask her this question.
Yes.
Some stuff going on.
Something going on.
Dr. Sabrina, they don't know the new secret I have in my life.
I know. I'm not telling.
We're not talking about
I'm
it.
not telling. I'm not telling.
But I'm a lot more happier now.
He's happy. Hallelujah. I'm trying to get happy. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. You know what we say here every single week, that life and death lie in the power of your own tongue. So make sure this week, especially this Thanksgiving week, that you say something positive to yourself, about yourself. Say good things, loving things, kind things. Be kind and loving to you, and then you will draw more kind and love to you. Have a great week.
Thank you.
How do we win if I'm always winning?
Right.
I know all I do is win.
No matter what.
No matter what.
It's essential.
I win when we
We
win.
Go ahead, Dr. Sabrina.
Yeah, right from the beginning, she had a vision. It was a daily elevation for essential living. That's that good intention. All you gotta do is listen. Creating magic during uncertainties be the mission. Dr. Sabrina Jackson, serving God must be a passion. Cause being a better person begins with daily practice. Love is the attitude, that's what we gotta do. Mental Health Mondays on Fox News in Detroit, that's Channel 2. Look us up, baby. Gon' do your research from Cass Tech to Eastern. Yeah, we've been in it for a minute. We've been winning.